So this is the news that is basically pivotal in Sheffield Wednesday's future, and it's the new statement from the chairman. This is from the Wednesday website. It reads as follows. Club update from the chairman. Given the ongoing speculation regarding the potential sale of Sheffield Wednesday, the chairman would like to provide clarity on the situation of the American consortium linked with buying the club. You will be aware that an initial offer from the consortium based in Florida, together with one member from the UK, was declined. A second offer was made which was also declined. However, I was willing to negotiate to accelerate the process, and despite my best intentions to conclude a deal, it has been unable to move forward at this moment for reasons I will explain. A USA representative of the consortium gave a media interview earlier this month, and since then, incorrect figures were reported at the recent fans forum and in a separate media interview from the UK member of the consortium. I would like to clarify the inaccuracies about these bids. To avoid any misunderstanding, the first offer was submitted in US dollars and the second in UK pounds. The first offer was $40 million plus limited future payments based upon promotion to the Premier League, not $65 million as was said at the forum. The second offer was £40 million plus limited future Premier League promotion payments, far from a guaranteed $75 million which was reported in a second media interview. I had been contacted previously on a regular basis by another person who was supposedly representing the consortium and who was trying to negotiate after the first two offers were declined. I said this must go through the club, but when there was a danger I could not resolve the payroll situation, I said, okay, if they have serious intentions and wish to work in a professional way, please pass on to the UK member of the consortium who you are in contact with that I will listen further and I am prepared to negotiate. The last thing I wanted to do was cause issues for our people. So I said I was happy to talk with the condition of a deposit of $5 million as a down payment for the club in advance because I was yet to see any proof of funds. The supposed representative said the consortium wished to speak to me directly in Thailand, so I said fine, if the deposit was made in advance. I was told that one member of the consortium had agreed to this, but then I was informed that there was a disagreement with other members and they would not pay a deposit unless I agreed an overall price for the club in advance of the meeting in Thailand. I would not normally agree to such a proposal without negotiating face to face, but because I did not wish to let anyone down, I wanted to finish, I agreed, and the price was agreed. In return, a period of exclusivity would be given. I also said if you cannot pay the full deposit now, pay 50% and the balance later. This would be returned if a deal could not be reached. I was told they agreed to the transfer and the deposit immediately to help meet payroll and avoid EFL charges and sanctions. One member of the consortium banks in the UK. It is a straightforward transaction, but despite assurances, the money did not arrive. The following week, I was told the money would have to be transferred from overseas. Despite this, still no money arrived. After this, the UK representative of the consortium pushed for a further meeting, which I declined, but he persisted in pushing to meet, so I reluctantly agreed due to my desire to accelerate the process, even though I had reservations. A date was set for a Zoom meeting, but unfortunately, after a waiting time of 45 minutes, they did not attend. I can assure everyone that I did everything possible to try and complete a deal, but I was left to think, if this is how the consortium are at this stage, how can I be sure they are the right people to look after the club? I take full responsibility for being unable to fulfill my current obligations. But a further obligation I have is to ensure that if the club is sold, it is sold to the right people with the right credentials who can sustain Sheffield Wednesday and take the club forward. I understand our fans are not happy and wish for me to sell, which some have said when contacting me directly. All I ask is please do not believe everything you read in the media or on social media. I repeat that I am willing to sell, but the deal must be correct on all fronts. It is not just about the price. I have been seriously engaging in looking for investment from new parties and continue to do so to quickly remedy this situation. I also understand the frustrations of everyone at this difficult time. I can only apologize to our people once again and assure you all that I am doing everything I can every minute of every day to ensure the situation is resolved in the best way possible now and for the future.
Yeah.
I'll breathe, Jake. Go.
So I've got the thing is where everything being said, like, I also want to say the whole thing US dollars and UK pounds, I was the one that mentioned about is it in pounds or is it in dollars. So it's interesting that that got pulled up because we did the conversions as well. And if you do the conversion, it's still not a lot of money. If they were offering 40 million, they were giving him what he got the club for when he bought it originally, pretty much. The thing is, the problem is with statements like this, you get an idea with what's going on, but then you've got the whole thing, how much do people believe it? Because we've had statements like this before, and then it comes out that something else isn't right. Like, I've seen a lot of people say it was 5 million to talk to him. Yes, it was 5 million to talk to him, but he's done the 5 million because they haven't shown any proof of funds. Surely
also, I think what's worth stating here, if this is true, and I've got to say an if there because you can't, you can never know
if any of it's true.
But if that is true, contractually, there'll be a contract for that 5 million, right? And if Chansiri doesn't fulfill, then he's in breach of another contract. So it's not like it's just a 5 million donation. A lot of people would have assurances.
Have read it at 5 million just to talk to him.
No,
but
it wouldn't be that.
If you actually look at it, it's more of a 5 million and the thing is, if you are interested and you said you're going to say they put 40 million and then the 65 million or whatever it was, what they said it was, surely you would be showing proof of funds then as well.
Yeah.
To go, here's the money. So the fact that they haven't. But the problem you got with this is he shouldn't be asking someone else to pay the wages that he hasn't got.
Yeah.
That's the bit that kind of annoys me a little bit. It's your job to pay the wages. You shouldn't be relying on someone else to give you the money to get the wages in.
Yeah, it's basically a case of he's reluctantly got to sell. So you cover the bills. That way the club won't be sanctioned, and then the club you're buying is not got sanctioned. So he's kind of like, in a weird way, saying, oh, it's their fault.
Yeah. Well,
it's
like me saying, I'm going to buy your house, right? But then you coming back to me saying, until the payment's done, can you pay my electric and council bill while you're trying to get it sorted?
Yeah.
That's the equivalent of what he's saying. And the thing is, the problem is, like, as much as we said in the past, less statement from DC, this is the time where you want a statement from him. It's been 2 months since we've heard from him. And this is the first thing we hear. Like, properly hear. And yes, I understand that people saying don't have the social media or don't have the media. But the media can only put things out that they get. Because if they put something out wrong, they get sued. That's the other thing. I don't
trust this consortium, Jake.
No. It's that whole thing. I didn't trust it when they started doing interviews. If a big gonna happen, it's gonna be happening.
I liked that one interview on Radio Sheffield, and I still stand by the fact that, like, if they can run it in the short term, even for like a couple of years, then it's better than what we've currently got.
Yeah.
But the fact is, it does seem to be, if this is any truth, if there's any truth in this, which again is a hard sell at the minute because of the situation we're in with Chansiri, this isn't good. This is this is a consortium that can't agree amongst themselves on how to move forward, which would suggest that this is going to be shoestringed, and what are they going to be like when they get in the club?
Yeah.
You know? So for me, this kind of says that it's not ideal. Neither of these options are ideal.
No.
The way I want to sort of take this statement is, I hope there's truth in the fact that he now knows that every fan wants him to sell, and he's going to sell, and he's going to look to sell. And this statement acts as a come and buy Sheffield Wednesday.
See, people are hitting on the like investment from new party, going, "Oh, does that mean he wanted to stay and then get more money in?" But that could also mean investment, mean come and just sell it off me. At the same time.
But it also could mean like sponsorships for this season that would be upfront or something just to cover the current things we can't cover. It's very obvious that he can't meet his obligations, right?
Yeah.
And we know how prideful a man he is. So this situation will be battering his pride, but also he's throwing his toys out of the pram at the same time. You know?
Yeah.
So it's not ideal in any sense.
He got today and the weekend to get money, because it's Monday when they get paid. God just looked it up. It's Monday when the players get paid. Now, there are players apparently that still aren't paid. There's still people who still don't have made wages apparently. The problem you've got going into this is when he comes out with these things and statements and stuff, and we'll get on to what Milan said earlier, but it makes everything really difficult to go forward because you're still in limbo. There's no real underlining this is happening or I'm actively looking. Like, seriously engaged in looking for investment, is that actively looking and not waiting for people to come to you? Are you actually going to people? Because it seems like you've already gone to people and people have said no.
And I think he's probably it's very obvious that he's a difficult man to deal with, but...
Oh, everyone said that.
Yeah, we need to take from this that hopefully this is a beacon of come and naturally give us a proper offer for Sheffield Wednesday. And the problem he's got is the value of Sheffield Wednesday will rapidly decline because of the sanctions. Like, if you look at this, the first year at least is going to be a money pit.
Yeah.
Wednesday are going to be in debt and they're going to be in trouble, right? And like any owner that comes in, we're not just going to be able to spend. It's going to be a balance in the books job for the first year and a bit.